welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the conjunction of Sun, Moon, and Rahu. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So, firstly, what do you need to understand this conjunction? What's very important to see the sign placement along with the house position of this conjunction. It's also important to see if there are any other additional planets along with this or aspecting. This can make a huge difference. It's also important to understand the significance of the Sun, Moon, and Rahu. So, Sun represents the soul, the personality, it's the true self. It is all about our connection to spirituality and our purpose in this lifetime. Sun also represents authority. It is signifying the father, a relationship with a father figure. Any sort of authoritative figures or the government is seen through this as well. It is our ability to rise in fame, power, and success. Has a lot to do with our status, with our reputation through our career. The sun also has to do with our confidence, self esteem, health, and vitality. The moon represents the mind. It has to do with our emotions, thoughts, desires, everything that crosses through our minds throughout the day. The moon also represents how we perceive our environment around us. It is how we were raised and brought up in our early childhood experience. The moon has to do with our connection with the mother, with the home, with the country of origin, and moon also shows the stability and peace of the mind. Rahu is a planet of illusion. It represents everything that is foreign, unusual, unknown to us. It is outside of our comfort zone. Rahu represents any kind of drugs, medications are seen through this. Rahu is also a planet of wealth, fame, and success. Rahu shows the desires that were unfulfilled from our past life experience. So it is a planet of obsession, of desire, of moving towards those unfulfilled desires in our lives. Rahu is also a planet of cheating, of deception, of gambling, and it is all about thinking outside the box, very creative, very much about coming up with brilliant ideas. So, what happens then when Sun, Moon, and Rahu are in a conjunction? Well, this is a very intense position because this means that you were born around an eclipse. So, this can mean that your life goes through dramatic ups and downs with this placement for sure. And this is definitely going to be a position that shows that there is an instability or imbalance in the way that you deal with emotions. This is particularly true if the moon is at the lowest degree in this conjunction. So when the sun, moon, and Rahu come into conjunction, this creates some illusion around the parents. So this can indicate that there is something foreign or unusual about parents. So you may have grown up separate from the parents, grown up in a foster family for some of you with this placement, or there is just some kind of illusion around the parents. Parents may have misguided you in some way with this placement as well. If the moon is especially in between Sun and Rahu, this creates a little bit of a pop cartery effect, where this can especially create huge imbalance in the mind. There can be huge emotional imbalance, depression, high stress levels that are seen with this. And because Rahu represents fears that are illusionary, there can be a lot of anxiety, phobias, panic attacks that can be seen with this conjunction as well. This placement can make you famous later on in life for some of you, particularly if the moon is ahead of the sun in the conjunction. It can make you very creative, very talented. Again, Rahu brings in all of these ideas that are unique, that are out of the box. So this can be brilliant for anyone who is getting into the arts, entertainment, creativity with this conjunction. This can also make you very intuitive as well. You can have all sorts of strange experiences, out of the box experiences, out of body experiences with this placement as well, predicting the future. Very interesting position to have in your chart. Now, at a younger age, there can be a feeling of not knowing who you are, a feeling of not knowing your true direction in life. So, a little bit of confusion coming into this conjunction early on, but this tends to get better with time and experience. So, especially coming into the 30s, 40s, this is where this tends to clear up for you with this placement. Again, depending upon how this is positioned in the chart, you want to see what is the sign placement, what is the house placement. This becomes very important. Also, you want to see the strength of the moon. If moon is a brighter moon in the chart, then it's going to tend to lean more towards positivity in this placement. If it is in a weaker position, there can be a harder time dealing with some of these dramatic swings and emotion and difficulties in life. This placement could make you an excellent researcher, could get you involved in the occult, mysticism, because again, this is all associated with Rahu. In some cases, if this is very well placed in the chart, this can also indicate that your parents gave you a sense of confidence, a sense of self-esteem where you feel as though you can do anything with this placement. But for the most part, again, this tends to create some emotional disturbances within the mind. Ultimately, with this placement, this can help with your spiritual journey, and incorporating spiritual practices into your life is going to help with stabilizing some of these emotional imbalances. This particularly can be helpful if you are worshiping Lord Shiva with this placement. This can help to bring a sense of peace in the mind when you have this. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you like this, don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.